This is a part I'm going to add to the next video. And so first we go to the ASCAT page and look at rapid scat data, and then I see this hotspot here, which is the zone I want. Whoops, why did that come out like that? Well, anyway, there's the picture. I'm going to right click. That's actually not right. Oh, okay, no, that's right. So I go here, then I go right click, save image as, and then I just saved it here to 1651 right there. So saved. Cancel. Now we're back at Expedition. Now we go to Images. And first of all, you have to search and put the right folder, and this is the folder where they're located here. And so I select that folder, and then select the folder. Okay, so I got the right folder. This is one I had from the past, which I don't want. So I will remove that one, and then say import. And the one I want is 1651Z, which is this one, and say open. Then it comes here like this. Then you can actually stretch this or make it bigger if it's easier to see for your step. Now we just have to calibrate this, and look, it's already in the calibrate mode. So I come down here, and this is 0 and 120 west. So I just click here and say 0, well, 0, 0 north, that's all okay. And then 120 west. So that's the first point, that's okay. Now I have to do something over here. I'll just take this one. I'd like to get, oh, let's see, get a bit, oh no, that's okay. This right here would be 20 north, and looks like 95 west. Okay, so I just click that point and say 20 north and 95 put a space there, 95 west. Okay, and then we're done. And then that's that. I hit that and then say open. Now it's going to bounce me off to some strange part of the world, but that's okay. And then I'll come back, and there it is. I have a couple wind fields here already loaded. Actually, yeah, that's okay now. It's a mess here. So what I've got two, let's see, weather, all models. I just want to, for now, look at the GFS. Oh, it's showing both. Okay, so weather, settings, this showed now just the GFS. Nope. Just the GFS. I'm going to come back and compare the NDFD because that's interesting comparison. That's okay. So I have just this one here. Now this map that we're looking at is valid. Okay, July 17th. That's all the pages, and this actual pass was made at 1652. So, and I downloaded the most recent, the data that would be the most recent GFS, which is 12 Zulu. Now I have to bring that up to July 17th of July 2016 to 1652. Okay. So now we have here, we're looking at wind data from the GFS at 1652 today, and then we have a pass from the satellite at 1652. So now we can do a comparison. And here now we start seeing some of the points I made earlier. See, this is 30. This is calling I got it, the storm in about the right spot, sure enough. And the winds out here on the periphery are pretty good, 20 knots. This green yellow is right to transition between 20. That looks pretty good. This over here, now unfortunately, we're back to the case. Out here it's not bad. This is 15, whereas this actually is 20. 20 knots. And so it's underestimating the speed. But here now you see these are, we don't know what this is, but this is 50. The satellite pass, ASCAT, said that the winds in this zone region here were 50 knots. That's what these flags are, 50 knots from the satellite pass. And you see the GFS has them in at 30 knots, 35 knots, 30 knots, 30 knots, whereas the actual winds were 50 knots. So this area of the strong winds was underestimated. Up here, the same way, we have sort of 50 knots in this way, and the GFS is getting 40, not bad, 40. So it's pretty good, not bad up in here, 20, 20, that all looks good. This is good, 30. But the peak intensity of the storm measured by the satellites, that's not a theory or a forecast or anything, that's the satellites measuring it. They could be wrong too, but especially for very strong winds, but at least it shows us very strong winds, 50 knots, 50, 50, 50 throughout this zone. And the GFS is showing only 30 knots. So that's the point we've made in the past. But the winds, again, the winds around it, you get out here, now let's do our trick here. What's this trick? Sail? No, marks, this guy. So let's start from the center and go out here. So, well, this is a big system. You have to get, this thing is pretty wrong, right? Within 200 miles of the storm, this one's actually pretty wrong here in this case with the GFS. But you get out a couple hundred miles, it's okay. Delete the divider. Okay, so that shows that's a comparison with the actual satellite winds at the right time, 1652, and the scatterometer 1552. Now, an interesting thing would be, let's go back to the weather and the data, and instead of looking at the GFS, look at the forecast of the National Weather Service. This is their ND, National Digital Forecast Database. That's their digital forecast. And am we at the right time here? No, I'm at the wrong time, 12 o'clock. So I have to bring this up to, again, 1652. Okay, 1652. And that model is also missing. They must have, in that case, relied somewhat on a lot on the GFS, because in that case, let me just see what we got here. Yeah, that's the NDFD model at 1652 on Sunday, and it also, just like the GFS, in fact, if anything, GFS by itself looks like it's a, see, this got it clear down around 25 and so forth. So it looks like all of these forecast models that we have in this case are not very good representing the actual maximum speeds of the storm. So anyway, that's the comparison. That's using Expedition, import a graphic, setting all the times right, and then you can compare these speeds.